Hey guys, Jeff right here with Good Talk here. Hey, I'm heading out. It's day before Thanksgiving 2018 and got some cleanups to do or some final just mowings. Really, there's just yards I haven't got to in a long time. This is going to be the nicest weather I'm going to have probably in 2 weeks. It's supposed to be 40 degrees and that's the nicest weather. And there's still snow on the ground in places, and not much you can do about it, but maybe I'll get a little footage. Happy Thanksgiving to all of you. Hope you're gonna have a good time with your family and friends, and you're thankful for lots of things this year. Alright, I'll have some footage here. Alright guys, here I get started. I'm gonna back it up and head over here. This first yard that I'm going to, it has a lot of leaves down. They are wet and kind of damp, but then the majority of them are sycamore leaves here in the front yard. And you know, sycamore trees are huge leaves, so they do grind up pretty easy. But you can see, I mean, just how much there is there, and it is fairly thick. I'll end up, because they're wet, pushing piles of it at first, but you just kind of got to back off and then just keep kind of circling around and take a little bit more, a little less, I mean, at a time, and eventually you'll feed it through there. But when it's wet like that, it wants to ball up a little bit and just push a big pile, and that's what happens kind of over in here because it gets so thick in this spot. Now if you can see there already, the mower starting to pile it up in the front. Then I get over here and yeah, it's really starting to pile. I thought, well, I better just turn around here besides pushing it all just around. So there's a huge pile right there. Slowly just eat at it and take it away. Sometimes they'll even make the front tires want to come off the ground. But what you can do is set the deck up a little bit higher to allow more in there. But then I found, like, it almost seems like the closer the deck is to the turf, the more it kind of sucks it up. And also it just seems like it holds it up in the deck longer to be able to cut it up more. But then sometimes if I do that, then I'll set the deck up higher and then just set it back down on the second pass, because usually I make 2 passes. You'll see later on here in the video, and even right here you can tell one pass what it did. I mean, for some people that might be clean enough. If you're just trying to get your yard done real quick, shoot, you can make 1 pass and be done with it, and that little bit ain't gonna hurt anything. But I like to make it look a little bit cleaner, so what I did was I make 2 passes. I go one direction then perpendicular the other way to really just clean it off, make it look a little nicer. But that's how I do it, you guys. A lot of leaves there. It's also better, works a little better now that the weather is cold, because those leaves kind of dry down a lot more. But like I said, it was damp underneath there, and you can see the snow on the ground still. I mean, we've been very cool, and like I said, the high that day was about 40 degrees. But yep, that's how I go about it. Hey, enjoy this video here. Any questions, comment below. This is the Exmark turf tracer, but it's got the mulch kit on, which is called the micro mulch system that Exmark makes, and I'm a firm believer in it. It does an excellent job, especially with leaves. It does great too with grass. Obviously you can't take a huge amount all the time, but it just pulverizes the leaves to nothing. Right there, I mean, you can kind of see that's with 1 pass, you know. But like I said, I'll go over again here in a minute, start going perpendicular the other way. Alright, hope you enjoyed this footage.